Hello and welcome to Mike's Garage. Today I'd like to start by apologizing. We ran out of memory on the camera and had to end our last video. So, we're going to pick up where we left off. We've just replaced the transmission seal. That's all complete. The L key is in there, the spacer is in there, the cork is in there, it's done. So what we need to do now is put the sprocket back on. Notice there's a recess in the back of the sprocket. The reason I bring that up is so that we know what direction to put it on. So we'll slide the sprocket in place. There it is. Sprocket is in place. You can pull the main drive gear out a little bit, give you some more thread. We're going to install a new lock tab. Here is the new lock tab. It is now in place. And here is the super nut, which is doing its job. We'll put a little grease on that. And we'll put that right back on again, remembering that this is a left-hand thread. And we'll put that nut on there, just finger tight. And get it on there. Okay, it's now in place. Now this little plate is a guide plate for this deep socket that installs that nut. All right. And it's on there, and it's tight. We'll put it on just a little further. And there it is. Now this also gives me a chance to show off this wonderful socket, which is designed, this is a sprocket nut wrench. And this little guide keeps that wrench straight in place. It's quite a tool. And that is a specialized tool for this job. So now all we need to do is get the lock tab in place, bend its little ears down, and once those are all done, for the purpose of this video, the job is complete. Now the rest of the reassembly is the same as taking it apart. Now, I'd also like to bring attention to something. Fred just stepped back, but I'd like to bring attention to this breather hose. When putting a belt drive on one of these motorcycles, the breather originally would go into the inner primary and oil the chain. We don't have a chain, we have a belt. So you trim that off, you put a hose here, and you let it breathe right out the back. The only thing you want to remember is to be sure and turn off the screw at the oil pump that puts oil in that passage. There's an adjustment screw on the oil pump. Screw it in all the way and lock it down. And I think that concludes the transmission seal installation. So I'd like to again remind you to if you haven't, please subscribe. You'll be notified as the new videos come out. And I'm sorry this one took as long as it did to complete, but we have now officially completed it. So until then, till next time, See you out on the road.